So history was made the other day, y'all. For the first time, maybe ever, a president decided to walk a picket line to stand in solidarity with striking union workers. Of course, I'm talking about Biden going to the UAW picket line. So here, let me show you a little bit of video from it. Ilhan Omar tweeted about it. Let's listen.
Heard me say it many times. Wall Street didn't build the country. The middle class built the country. Unions built the middle class. That's a fact. So let's keep going. You deserve what you've earned, and you've earned a hell of a lot more than you're getting paid now. Thank you very much.
Now, you also had Shawn Fain give a rousing speech with Biden standing right next to him. And in the speech, Shawn Fain was going after the billionaire class and talking about class solidarity. And it was kind of amazing to see, man. It really was. Now, at the same time that this historic moment happened, we also have the media horrifically failing us. So look at this. This was in CBS Detroit. Biden and Trump to join UAW picket line in Michigan this week. That, ladies and gentlemen, is absolute nonsense. So as Adam Johnson points out here, this media lie simply won't die. The New York Times says Trump joining a picket line is, quote, unlikely. There's no plans to do so, and the UAW has repeatedly rejected Trump. Thus far, all that's planned is a campaign pep rally that may or may not be in the same zip code as a picket line. Okay, but it gets worse. So now there's further speculation going on. Look at this. First, let's start with a smaller tweet. Trump is going to Detroit to speak to an audience of SCABS at a non-union shop in an event organized by the National Right to Work Foundation. Stop saying he's going to talk to auto workers. Now, another part of that is some of these people don't even make $15 an hour, the people he's going to talk to. The organizers of Trump's SCAB event, the National Right to Work Foundation, are also working with Starbucks to try to decertify our unions. Starbucks, which has spent most of its 50-year history pretending to be progressive, is once again in lockstep with Trump. So the idea that there's some sort of equivalence here, that they're doing the same thing, it is not remotely close. Biden actually went to the picket line with striking UAW workers. And Trump is speaking to non-union workers at basically a campaign rally adjacent to what the striking workers are doing. And by the way, Trump keeps using bogus arguments on this issue, where he keeps bringing up the electric cars as like the primary sticking point. No, the primary sticking point is the executives are getting a 46% pay increase and the workers haven't gotten that. The workers want a 40% pay increase. They want a 4-day work week. So it really comes down to pay and benefits, and Trump is pretending like the main sticking point is, oh, they're mad about the electric cars. It's absolute fake populism. Now, I got even more for you. So Shawn Fain went on CNN, and he really set the record straight. Watch this.
Is the former president right? Does the push for electric vehicles here in the United States hurt your union?
It doesn't if it's a just transition, and that's what we're fighting for right now. It doesn't if the companies do the right thing and put this work under, our agreements or to our standards. And again, it's the companies driving this race to the bottom, and they're using our tax dollars to finance it. And, I find a pathetic irony that the former president is going to hold a rally for union members at a non-union business. And, all you have to do is look at his track record. His track record speaks for itself. In 2008, during the Great Recession, he blamed UAW members. He blamed our contracts for everything that was wrong with these companies. That's a complete lie. In 2015, when he was running for president, he talked about doing a rotation, taking all these good paying jobs in the Midwest and moving them somewhere in the South where people work for less money, and then to make people beg for their jobs back at lower wages. And the ultimate show of his how much he cares about our workers was in 2019 when he was the president of the United States. Where was he then? Our workers at GM were on strike for 60 days, for 2 months. They were out there on the picket lines. I didn't see him hold a rally. I didn't see him stand up at the picket line, and I sure as hell didn't hear him comment about it.
So here's the question.
Missing in action.
Here's the question to President. What about the meeting with Trump? Would you meet with him when he's in Detroit tomorrow?
I see no point in meeting with him because I don't think the man has any bit of care about what our workers stand for, what the working class stands for. He serves a billionaire class, and that's what's wrong with this country.
Trump also outsourced 200,000 jobs and incentivized outsourcing in his massive tax break for the wealthy and corporations. He is not a supporter of the working class, and Shawn Fain sees through his fake populist tap dance in a way that the media unfortunately doesn't. I got one more clip for you here. In 2008, when the unions agreed to take a haircut when, the big three were getting bailed out because of the Great Recession, they sacrificed. And by the way, they sacrificed in bad times, and then when times got good, the executives and the owners didn't say, oh, we're going to, increase your pay along with it. No, they had to go on strike in order to try to get a solid pay increase that is hand in hand with how much giant pay increases the executives are getting. And this is to say nothing of all the stock buybacks they did. They spent a tremendous amount of money on stock buybacks while screwing the workers. Anyway, at the time, they took a haircut, and here was what Trump had to say about unions.
It's years and years of deep-seated. And I see it in my own company. Well, my company is a lot newer. Over the years, we have Christmas bonus time, right? And we've done well. Now, I pay somebody a bonus 20 years ago. Then you give them a little more, a little more, a little more. Now it's 20 years later. All of a sudden, I'm saying, I'm paying them too much. I'm paying them too much. I'm paying some guys much more than I should be paying. You know why? Time. Same thing with the unions. They get a little increase, they get another.
What are your guys?
40, 50
do you give
years
them a condo,
ago.
or what do you give them?
No, I just give them bonuses. But, I always like to
I
give
know
a
it's
little
not a
bit
hickory
more.
cheese log.
No,
I know that.
I'm not even talking about top-level people. I'm talking about you go a little bit. All of a sudden, 20 years is up, and now you're saying, man, that's a lot of money. I'm sitting behind my desk.
Then they expect it, right?
They expect
December
it.
rolls around and I think Don's going to be good to me.
No, it's the same thing with the unions.
That's right.
They get their little 5%. They get another 2%. They get another 3%, 4%. Then all of a sudden, they're making more money than the people that own the company.
Does that sound like a guy who's pro-union? I don't think so. So the media is failing massively here. Biden is actually walking the picket line. You look at his recent NLRB rulings, it's definitely pro-labor. And Trump is faking it. And the misreporting is giving people the misimpression Trump actually might be fighting for workers when it's the exact opposite. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.